Ticci Toby, ex-female listener, Part 10. Language warning. Ryan's point of view. Incoming! He's mad! I turned my head to see who was making all this racket. There was a boy dressed in a Link costume with blood dripping down from his black eyes with red pupils. I tried to react, but he runs into me faster than I could comprehend that it happened. He fell into my chest and looked at me and gave me a cheeky grin. Wow, nice cushions you got there. Broke my fall. I could feel my cheeks grow hot out of embarrassment. I didn't even know this person and he was already making snarky comments. I felt my anxiety peak up. So I pushed him off and got to my feet. I looked up to see a boy with a female mask, with black lipstick, and the eyebrows look like upside-down U-shapes. He had a mustard yellow jacket with light brown hair that droops in front of his mask a little bit. He was huffing and puffing while stomping down the hallway towards the boy. Jane looked over at the masked boy and asked, "What did Ben do this time?" She asked this as if he's done this before. "So his name's Ben." Noted. The boy in the mask looked in her direction and angrily shouted, "He took my prescription pills for my schizophrenia, and if I don't take them, my schizophrenia is going to get in the way on my next mission." I was thinking about schizophrenia, and I knew that some symptoms were seeing and hearing things that aren't actually there. That's happened to me before, but not all the time, and it could just be my mind playing tricks on me. I looked at the boy that just ran into me. He was sitting on the floor still. "Hey, you better give those back to him." The boy looked up at me confused and then smiled. "Only if you get them from me." He smiled even greater and started running. Oh, if he only knew what he got himself into. I thought to myself, he does not know I'm a fast runner. I booked it chasing after him through the winding halls. Even though I had no idea where I was, I did not lose sight of him whatsoever. He thought I was gone. I hid around the corner while he was catching his breath. When he bent down to put his hands on his knees to catch his breath, I pounced on him. "Ah! What the frick was that for?" I got up holding him by his wrist. He was shorter than me by a lot, practically holding him in the air. "You told me that I had to catch you to get his pills back. So I did. Now hand them over," I growled as I glared into his eyes, making sure he understands I'm not messing around. Even though I don't know him, I feel brave to stand up to this kid and to stand up for the other guy. Ben took me to his room and grabbed out the pills and tossed them to me. "Here, take them and leave me alone." I was walking down the hall and I looked at the prescription. It read, "Timothy Wright," on the bottle. That's his name. Or it could be stolen since they're murderers, as I could tell from last night. At least I don't have to be stuck with those horrible parents of mine anymore. I walked around the mansion until I found the masked boy again. "Here you go, Timothy." I handed him the bottle. He seemed to have growled. "Don't ever use my real name again, you hear me?" I looked at him, feeling kind of bad. "What do I call you if that's not the name you go by?" He seemed to be irritated, which I was hoping not to do, but I guess that's my talent. Just call me Masky." I looked at his pills again and looked up at his face. "Does your schizophrenia ever get scary to you?" He just stood there staring at me. I continued, "Like seeing stuff all of a sudden gets scary to me sometimes, and then it just goes away, like getting blown away by the wind like dust. And it's worse when I hear someone talking, but no one's there around me. And I try to find out who it is, then it's no one." I look down at my feet. I'm not sure if he's listening or mad at me or he's trying not to make a big deal out of it. You seem to be a pretty cool guy if you ask me. Maybe we could make some cakes or cheesecakes sometime. I may not be good at cooking, but I'm good at making those types of things. He shifted a little bit when I said cheesecake. I wonder what his feelings are. I probably threw him off when I started talking about his schizophrenia. Masky's point of view. What in the hell right does she think she can talk about my schizophrenia, huh? She even compares me to her? Nuh-uh, she isn't anything like me. She looked at the ground. I could tell she knew she might have said something offensive. You seem to be a pretty cool guy, if you ask me. Maybe we could make some cakes or cheesecakes sometime. I may not be good at cooking, but I'm good at making those types of things. I got a little excited when she said cheesecake. She knew how to make homemade cheesecake? No, I have to eat healthy things to be the best proxy I can. She turned around and looked a little pouty to me. She looked like a little puppy that knew it did something wrong. I felt like going over to her, but I didn't, because I know I have to make Slender Man hate her, and I cannot become friends with someone like that. I can hear Laughing Jack in the direction YN walked. Oh, she's gonna have a splendid time with her. Man. Hope he doesn't take the pleasure of killing her, because I want to. I would hear her scream and knew it was hers.